Are you down for this? If you're in the mood, we can take it to the moon. Just like a movie scene, table for two. No need to be fake, I want you to stay. If you're in the mood.
Hello everyone, let me introduce myself. My name is Saskia Amanda NPM 22411113. I am a student at the Indonesian Technocrat University Faculty of Economics and Business from Management Class 22C. On this occasion, I will explain the material about leadership psychology in organizations. Organizational leadership psychology is a branch of psychology that studies how leaders influence, inspire, and motivate team or organizational members to achieve common goals. Leadership focuses not only on decision-making and task management, but also on interpersonal relationships, emotional management, and psychological understanding of individuals and groups within an organization. Leadership psychology attempts to explain the factors that influence a leader's effectiveness and how different leadership styles can affect group dynamics, individual performance, and organizational culture. Here is a more detailed discussion of this concept. 1. Leadership theory. Leadership psychology involves a variety of theories that attempt to explain the behavior of effective leaders. Some of the major theories that are important in leadership psychology are: trait theory. This theory focuses on the innate characteristics or traits that leaders possess that make them effective. These traits include self-confidence, intelligence, integrity, communication skills, and courage. This approach believes that leaders are born with certain qualities that make them capable of leading. Example: leaders with high emotional intelligence tend to be more successful in understanding and responding to employees' feelings and needs. Behavioral theory. This theory places more emphasis on the behavior of leaders, namely what leaders do, rather than their traits. According to this theory, good leaders can be trained through the development of certain leadership skills. For example, skills in directing, motivating, and giving feedback to team members. Example: leaders who demonstrate democratic and participative behaviors, such as asking for team input before making decisions, typically increase employee engagement and commitment. Contingency theory. According to this theory, leadership effectiveness is highly dependent on the situational context. This means that effective leadership styles can vary depending on factors such as the situation, team culture, or the level of influence the leader has. Example: a more authoritarian leadership style may be necessary in a crisis situation, while a more participative leadership style is more effective in a stable and collaborative environment. Transactional and transformational leadership theory. Transactional leadership. Transactional leaders focus on managing tasks and rewarding based on the achievement of set targets or goals. They prioritize structure, control, and compliance. Transformational leadership. Transformational leaders, on the other hand, focus on inspiring, motivating, and changing the way team members think. They aim to increase employee awareness and commitment to the company's long-term vision. Example: transformational leaders like Steve Jobs often inspire teams with big visions and high motivation, while transactional leaders may focus more on rewards based on performance. 2. Psychological qualities of an effective leader. Emotional intelligence. A. Leaders with high emotional intelligence are able to recognize and manage their own and others' emotions. This emotional intelligence is essential for building good relationships with team members, responding effectively to stress, and creating a supportive environment. Example: a leader who can calm the team in the midst of a crisis or stress, and is able to provide emotional support, will create a more productive work atmosphere. Confidence. A confident leader can provide clear direction and make decisions with confidence, which can give the team a sense of security. Confidence also plays a role in the ability to take calculated risks and approach them with optimism. Example: a leader who is able to confidently communicate a big vision and long-term goals will be able to motivate the team to work hard despite facing big challenges. Empathy. A leader's ability to understand and feel what others are feeling is critical to building strong, productive relationships. Empathy helps leaders identify employees' needs, concerns, or desires, which in turn can increase their engagement and commitment. Example: a leader who is able to respond empathetically to employees' personal problems can create greater loyalty and reduce turnover rates. Integrity and ethics. Effective leaders must have high ethical standards and act with integrity. This builds trust between the leader and his followers. Without integrity, leaders lose credibility and trust, which can damage team dynamics. Example: a leader who adheres to the principles of honesty and openness in every decision and communication will be respected by his team. 3. Leadership style. There are various leadership styles that can be applied within an organization, and each has a different psychological impact on team members. Some common leadership styles are: authoritarian leadership. Authoritarian leaders control decisions and give clear instructions without involving team members. While this style can be effective in crisis situations or when time is tight, it can be detrimental to employee creativity and intrinsic motivation. Democratic, participative leadership. Democratic leaders are more open to discussion and ask for input from team members in decision-making. This style tends to increase employee engagement and create a sense of ownership. Laissez-faire leadership. Laissez-faire leaders give team members complete freedom in making decisions. While this style can increase innovation and creativity, it can also lead to confusion and lack of coordination within the team. Transactional leadership. Transactional leaders focus more on achieving specific tasks through clear rewards or punishments. This style is often used in organizations that require high performance and tight control. Transformational leadership. Transformational leaders act as inspirers who drive change and innovation, prioritize personal development, and help team members reach their full potential. 4. The influence of leadership on organizational culture. Effective leadership can shape and change an organization's culture. Leaders who have a clear vision and can inspire others will help create a culture that supports innovation, collaboration, and success. Conversely, authoritarian or incompetent leaders can create a culture of fear, distrust, or lack of innovation. Leadership has a significant impact on organizational culture, and understanding this is important in the context of organizational psychology. Here are some key points about this influence. The role of leaders in culture formation. Leaders serve as shapers and directors of organizational culture. In psychology, effective leadership can create an environment that supports positive values, norms, and desired behaviors. Research shows that good leadership has a positive effect on organizational culture, where leaders who have a transformational leadership style are able to inspire employees to contribute to common goals. Employee motivation and engagement. Effective leadership contributes to increased employee motivation. Leaders who are able to provide emotional support and recognition to their subordinates can increase their engagement in their work. This leads to a stronger organizational culture, where employees feel valued and motivated to achieve organizational goals. In this context, work motivation becomes an important mediator between leadership and organizational culture. Communication and role modeling. Good communication between leaders and team members is essential in building organizational culture. Leaders must serve as role models. Their behavior will be imitated by employees. If leaders demonstrate positive values such as integrity and collaboration, team members are more likely to follow suit, creating a productive work culture. Adaptation to change. In the era of globalization, leaders are also required to understand and manage cultural differences within the organization. The ability of leaders to adapt to cultural change can influence the success of organizational cultural transformation. Culturally intelligent leaders can better manage group dynamics, thereby encouraging innovation and collaboration. Impact on performance. A positive organizational culture, shaped by good leadership, has a direct impact on employee performance. Research shows that there is a significant relationship between organizational culture and employee performance. The better the organizational culture, the higher the employee performance. This shows that leadership not only influences the psychological aspects of individuals but also the overall results of the organization. 5. Leadership development. Leadership psychology also studies ways to develop leaders in organizations. Leadership training and development focuses not only on technical or managerial skills, but also on psychological aspects such as self-management, emotional intelligence, and interpersonal communication. Coaching and mentoring. This technique helps leaders identify strengths and areas for improvement. Through coaching and feedback, leaders can become more aware of their impact on others and improve their leadership effectiveness. Here are some key aspects of leadership development in psychology. Self-understanding and emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is a critical component of effective leadership. Leaders who have high emotional intelligence are able to recognize and manage their own emotions as well as understand the emotions of others. This helps in creating better relationships with team members, improving communication, and building trust. Self-development through emotional intelligence training can improve a leader's ability to manage stress and adapt to changing situations. Leadership style. Leadership psychology explores different leadership styles, such as authoritarian, democratic, transactional, and transformational. Leaders need to understand which styles are most effective in a given context and how they affect team members' motivation and performance. Training that focuses on leadership style flexibility can help leaders adapt their approach to the needs of their team. Motivation and influence. Understanding motivational theories, such as Maslow's hierarchy of needs and Bloom's process theory of motivation, is essential for leaders to effectively motivate team members. Leaders must be able to apply ethical influence techniques to encourage employees to achieve common goals. Motivation training can help leaders identify what drives their team members and how best to motivate them. Effective communication. Communication is key to successful leadership. Leaders need to develop good communication skills, including the ability to actively listen and provide constructive feedback. Communication training can improve leaders' ability to clearly convey the organization's vision and goals and understand the needs of their team. Conflict resolution. The ability to handle conflict constructively is an important aspect of leadership. Psychology provides strategies for dealing with conflict in a way that promotes cooperation and understanding among team members. Training in negotiation and mediation techniques can help leaders resolve differences effectively. Team development. Leaders also need to understand group dynamics and how to build strong teams. Through team building training, leaders can learn how to create a collaborative work environment where every member feels involved and valued. This will improve the overall performance of the group. Conclusion. The psychology of leadership in organizations covers a variety of important aspects, from understanding the traits of effective leaders, theories that explain how leadership works, to its impact on organizational culture and individual development. Leaders who successfully combine psychological qualities such as emotional intelligence, empathy, and integrity with the right leadership approach can create an environment that supports engagement, performance, and overall organizational success.